New Manus agent destroys OpenClaw. Every week a new AI tool drops, and most of them total waste of your time. You install it, you spend hours setting it up, and it barely does what it promised. Sound familiar? But right now, two tools are breaking through the noise in a real way. OpenClaw is blowing up, people are losing their minds over it, and Manus just got acquired by Meta for over $2 billion. So today we are going to break down exactly what these two tools are, how they actually work, which one makes more sense for you to use, and what this all means for where AI is heading. AI agents are having a massive moment right now. Not chatbots that answer questions, actual agents that go out and do things. They execute tasks, they run workflows, they take actions across apps and tools without you having to do it step by step. And these two tools sit right at the center of that shift in very different ways. Let me start with OpenClaw. It is open source, free, and runs locally on your own hardware. It was created by an Austrian developer named Peter Steinberger, launched in November 2025 under a different name, and after a couple of renames for trademark reasons, landed on OpenClaw in late January 2026. The reason it went viral, a project called MaltBook. Someone used OpenClaw to build a social media platform entirely for AI agents, not for humans, for bots. Over 1.5 million AI agents signed up and started posting, commenting, and talking to each other. The internet went absolutely wild. That moment put OpenClaw on the map. Here is what it actually does. It runs on your computer or a server you control, connects to large language models like Claude, ChatGPT, or DeepSeek using your own API key, and operates through messaging apps you already use like Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord, or Signal. You message it, it does the thing. It can manage your email, handle your calendar, run code, browse the web, and even write new skills for itself. The tagline the community gave it says it perfectly. AI that actually does things. OpenClaw hit over 60,000 GitHub stars in 72 hours. One of the fastest growing open source launches in recent memory. But here is what you need to know. Before you run off and install it, you need to be comfortable with a command line to set it up safely. Cisco and CrowdStrike researchers have flagged real security concerns around exposed instances and prompt injection attacks. One of the project maintainers even warned publicly that if you do not understand how to run a command line, this tool is too dangerous to use without knowing what you are doing. So genuinely powerful, but not for everyone. Now let's talk about Manus, and there is a big update here that changes everything. Manus launched in March 2025, built by a startup called Butterfly Effect out of Singapore. The name comes from Latin meaning hand, the idea being that it is the hands that execute what your mind wants to do. It is a cloud-based AI agent, no installation. You go to manus.am in your browser, give it a task, and it goes and does it. Research, websites, content code, data analysis. You give it a high-level goal, it builds its own plan, breaks it into steps, and executes each one. You can watch it work in real time through an interface that shows you exactly what it is doing. Manus outperformed OpenAI's deep research on the Gaia benchmark across all three difficulty levels. Before the acquisition, it had millions of users and was generating over $100 million in annual recurring revenue just 8 months after launch. Now, here is the massive news. In December 2025, Meta acquired Manus for over $2 billion. Meta's goal is to integrate it into their consumer and business products and scale it to many more businesses. The team stays in Singapore and the product keeps running. Free plan available, paid plans from $19 a month up to $199, depending on what you need. This is a good moment to mention something that helped me make sense of all of this way faster. So how do these two actually compare? They are built on completely different philosophies. OpenClaw is local first. Your data stays on your hardware, you bring your own AI model, and you control everything. Flexible, extensible, free beyond API costs, but technical setup required and real security risks if misconfigured. Manus is cloud first, zero setup, log in and go, designed for anyone, not just developers, but your data is processed in the cloud and you pay a subscription. If you are a developer who wants to build and customize everything, OpenClaw is your tool. If you are a business owner, marketer, or researcher who wants to automate complex tasks without touching a command line, Manus is the faster path. The fact that Meta paid over $2 billion for an AI agent company tells you everything about where this is going. We are not in the chatbot era anymore. The value is shifting from who can have the best conversation to who can actually complete the most complex tasks. Manus processed over 147 trillion tokens and powered over 80 million virtual computers before the acquisition. And OpenClaw shows you do not need a big company to build something powerful. A single developer launched one of the most viral AI tools of the year, and the open source community has already built over 100 integrations on top of it. The people learning how to use agents right now are building a real skill advantage. On the practical side, Manus is great for deep research reports, website creation, data analysis, and multi-step content workflows. It has also launched features like AI slides, AI design, a browser operator, and wide research, which runs multiple agents on the same task simultaneously. OpenClaw shines for personal automation, clearing your inbox, managing your calendar, running code, controlling smart home devices, and building custom skills for whatever you need. One last thing on OpenClaw. Peter Steinberger announced in February 2026 that he is joining OpenAI and moving the project to an independent open source foundation. The community is active, so it will keep developing, but worth keeping an eye on. Start with Manus if you want the easiest entry point. Go to manus.im, create a free account, and give it a real task. See how it plans, how it executes, and what comes out the other side. If you are more technical, OpenClaw at openclaw.ai is worth exploring. Just go in with eyes open on the setup and security side.